Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my water. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Up.
Hi. How's it going, Frank?
Good.
Up, JP?
I'm starting to get there.
What's up, Fred?
I was pretty. I was fine like this time yesterday, but this time Sunday I was in a tough spot, and Saturday I was like completely useless. So
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I had the flu. I'm like
Oh God,
90%
really?
sure I just had the straight up flu. Yeah, I haven't, like I was telling Freddie, like I haven't thrown up from being sick since like a long time, you know.
That sucks.
So yeah, it was brutal, but
And
we're back.
I thought my tiny little like nasal cold this past weekend was bad. Nothing compared to flu.
I mean, those aren't fun. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I probably lost like 5 pounds though, so you know, I'm just guessing.
Hell yeah.
3 days with no eating, like, oops. You know.
John, you
Just
lost a lot of
sedentary
weight
though.
too, didn't you say in the chat? You lost like 10 or 15 pounds just randomly.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, which I guess is like a bad thing medically speaking, but I think there's a reason for it. I think like I know that we've been eating like a little more at home this past month, not eating out as much, and we also just did like a half marathon like a month ago too. So I think like my metabolism is kind of catching up from it. Okay, a little, like 10
All
more
right.
pounds than that.
Listen, I'd love to weigh. No, wait. Actually, I think I'd be like skin and bone at 6'3", 150 pounds. That would be, yeah.
I have no muscle though, so like I got that going for me.
I want to get under 200. That'd be great. You know, I think I'm still ways from that, but
Yeah, but you're pretty tall too, right? Frank,
yeah.
6'2" or something.
Yeah, 2, 3. I don't know. So depends on how much slouching I'm doing, which is usually a lot for those of you who know me. So, yeah. Which is why like most of my pictures that I can stand. Yeah, but
I lost
I
everybody
think
too.
everyone lost everyone. That was weird.
oh, that was
Interesting.
Weird. But yeah, we're here. I'm pissed because my brother just bought golf clubs, and they're probably gonna get here before the driver that I ordered 2.5 weeks ago. Just because his aren't on back order, and frustrates me a lot. I got a Callaway driver, but the problem is that the Fujikura shaft is on back order. The Callaway part of the driver is not a problem. Yeah. And then John bought Titleist irons, which
Yeah, I usually it was the
Titliest.
titliest, yeah.
The Titliest, yeah. I don't know. Usually Callaway like delivers pretty fast, but I guess you can't do anything if the shaft's on back order. So, yeah, yeah. Well, it's hard to push the head if there's no shaft. So, exactly. Are we streaming yet, or?
Oh God, we are.
Is this in the recap?
Sorry, Lene. Yeah.
She's not listening yet. You're good. She's actually playing Crimson Desert. That's like her new game now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, either of you guys.
She's a
Does she like it?
gamer. What the hell? Like,
She is a
that's
total gamer. Yeah.
Does she like
she's a
it
total
yet?
nerd. She does. Yeah. She said she spent 3 hours today trying to find a
Okay.
chunk cat.
It looked so good, and I wasn't sure like if it lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
I'm shitting on kids.
I'll
Oh, like immediately. Which, if the game is fun enough,
Correct.
then there's no like God of War, It's no like,
I've been
Gotcha.
Not
shitting
like
on
that
kids
Aldrich
in Pokemon
monologue.
Champions.
Intentionally,
So kids and Pokemon Champions, like children.
Kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just like, so they like released a, like, for competitive Pokemon, they released like a free to play game that is sort of the platform for it. Yeah. Yeah, like Showdown. Showdown. So they did that, but it's for Switch and eventually will be for phone, and it's like official. Um, and the way it works is like you can transfer Pokemon from the games in, and then you can edit them basically in their training and their nature and stuff. So you don't have to treat Pokemon like a full-time job or cheat in order to get optimal Pokemon, which is pretty great. Or there's a free-to-play version where you cannot transfer Pokemon in, but it's kind of like a gotcha thing, like a gotcha mechanics thing. Um, in my experience, like the free-to-play experience isn't too bad if you buy like the $7 starter pack and the game's free anyway. But I have the Pokemon games, so I transferred some Pokemon in, and yeah, I'm Master Ball tier. It's pretty great. But yeah.
All right.
It's fun.
So
It's VGC
you
format.
want John to turn into a Vaporeon as well, don't you?
No.
Let me pull a.
Ugh.
I had to unfortunately look that up. I didn't understand why, and now I understand it. Now I'm very disappointed in John.
Hey guys, did you wait? Wait, was the hey guys? Did you know? Did you guys know?
But the only problem with it is like the pool of Pokemon is too small, so the meta is like really converged, and like there's basically like 10 Pokemon that are worth playing, and that's it. And when it's like 4v4 double battles, that gets pretty damn stale. And then it's sort of like does he know that I know that he knows that I know what the optimal play is here, and so you're just kind of doing that, and yeah, it's like. Yeah. It's like, is this a speed tie, or did he put like 4 EVs into this Incineroar's speed so that he can parting shot before mine? Yeah. But it's like that. It's that narrow. It's like you get like 400 points of like effort value to like influence their stats, and like how much do you put in speed versus attack, and like can you one hit KO this Pokemon with this move and shit like that. So it's a little gotten a little heady. I'm not really sure that I need to pursue beyond, but I don't know. Like I'll play the ranked mode. Like I don't care. Yeah.
Investigating.
Do we know when he might arrive? Has he given any indication?
I imagine imminently.
Let me just ping him really fast and see. Yeah.
Right.
He just came online. Let's just see what he says, just because he's. But if he's gonna be like more than 10 minutes in, yeah, I'd say let's just go ahead. If he's okay with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true. I'm just the ignorant version. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Whoever
All right,
has like
sure.
whoever has like a good reading voice. I don't. Yeah.
I'll do it. Hold on.
All right.
Let me stop chowing down on my burger and let me pull up the recap channel. All right. Oh, Lene, the stream is. I sent you the stream into your email.
Wait, can I watch the stream while I'm talking?
It's really trippy when you do it. All right. The session picked up right where the last one ended with a loud bang. As the party rounded the corner into Troll Skull Alley, a fireball detonated the street just outside their front door. The blast left 11 people dead, a cloud of acrid smoke, and a scene of total chaos. The party had a narrow window to investigate before the City Watch arrived. Aldrich froze at the sight of the carnage. Chris snapped him out of it and urged the group to split up and work the scene. Thean fetched Fala, the herbalist at Coralon's Crown, who said she had seen a cloaked man take something from the body of a dead gnome and limp away towards the bent nail. Silvar spoke with a nobleman near the Tiger's Eye, who described a puppet-like figure on a nearby rooftop hurling something into the crowd that caused the explosion. Chris found a distraught halfling boy who had lost his friends in the blast. The boy handed over a necklace he found behind the barrel. Chris identified it as a necklace of fireballs with 2 beads remaining, recognizing it as likely the murder weapon, and knowing that withholding evidence is a punishable crime in the Waterdeep, Chris shoved it into a sock and told no one. Meanwhile, Blizzak searched the gnome's body and found a pouch containing 5 gemstones worth 100 gold each.
By the way, I love that it's that recap is knowing that this is a crime.
Yeah,
Chris committed the crime.
It in my face.
Aaron. Anyway.
I had to do it, guys. I had to, but I wouldn't do it. Chris needed to do it.
That's a valuable item. You guys could get some use out of that thing. Yeah, that's a good thing to have in your back pocket. All right.
Oh, you can't hear Aldrich? Aldrich, we can't hear you. And Lene likes hearing you more than me, so she says you have more interesting dialogue than me. Okay, so meanwhile...
Test. There we go.
I'm like, is there something deeper here? No. Meanwhile, Blizzak searched the gnome's body and found a pouch containing 5 gemstones worth 100 gold each. He pocketed them with a successful sleight of hand check. Congratulations, Blizzak. Aldrich, still rattled, bolted down the alley towards the bent nail, searching for a cloaked figure. He failed his perception check and ended up banging on shop doors on an increasingly unhinged state, eventually confronting the carpenter inside the bent nail. The rest of the party caught up with him just as he divine smited a workbench in frustration. His eyes flashed white before returning to normal. He also obliterated the ornate. There you go. Thank you. The group regrouped and shared what they'd learned. A history check connected to the puppet described the nimble rites automatons that marched at the Day of Wonders parade, sponsored by the Temple of Gon, the House of Inspired Hands. Blizzak revealed the gemstones, which triggered a tense exchange between Aldrich, who was firmly against looting the dead. Aldrich's objection was overruled by practicality. The City Watch had already cornered off the area, making it impossible to return the gems without drawing attention. Chris kept the necklace hidden from the entire party. A Griffin Rider from the City Watch ordered Dean and Silvar off the rooftops when they tried to get a higher vantage point, so aerial investigation was shut down quickly. City Watch arrived with force. Sergeant Cromley and Barnabas Blastwood, a wizard from the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors, took charge of the scene. Bigsby the cat snuck over to eavesdrop on the conversation and reported back with a great accent. The gnome had been running from three armed pursuers, and a third pursuer was not among them. Cromley and Barnabas came to the Troll Skull Manor to question the party. The group shared what they knew, minus the necklace and the gems, and Cromley told them to leave the investigation to the Watch. Privately, Aldrich pulled Blizzak aside and asked him not to fence the gems until the gnome's identity was established, like a good old boy. So the stones could be returned to the victim's family, and Blizzak agreed. That evening, Raynar Neverember arrived at the manor. He filled the party in on the dead gnome's likely identity, Dalakar, a gnome spy who had been working for Raynar's father, Dagalt Neverember. Dalakar had been on a mission to retrieve the Stone of Galore, and was apparently afraid that both the Zentarum and Xanathar Guild were closing in on him. Raynar believed Dalakar had intended to hire the party to transport the Stone of Dagalt in Neverwinter, and the gemstones were meant as payment. Aldrich was visibly relieved. Raynar promised that his Harper contact would look into the man who fled the scene. Later that night, Chris played his lyre by the fire and struck a quiet conversation with Aldrich. Aldrich opened up about his past, garrison duty on a border corridor when his unit was ordered to deny entry to civilians fleeing danger. He followed the orders and watched people die. He connected that moment to his freeze during the fireball, admitting that for all his oaths to act where others hesitate, he had locked up yet again when it mattered the most. He went to bed without waiting for a response. My favorite part of the whole night. The next morning, the party headed to the House of Inspired Hands. On arrival, a humanoid figure on the rooftop launched a metal bird at them. Chris destroyed it with heat metal through a song he played called Sonata of Fire, melting it midair through the resulting ball. Though the resulting ball of molten debris hit Dean for minor damage and burned his eyebrows off. Inside the temple, the party met Valletta, a bronze dragonborn priest who were led to the attic where they found Nim, a nimble-right construct who had been secretly building inventions without supervision. Valletta explained that Nim had created a second nimble-right as a companion, but it fled in a confused state about a month ago and hadn't been seen since. She hired the party, track it down, and offered to destroy it for 500 gold, plus 1 temple invention per party member. Aldrich took the parachute backpack. Lizak took the adjustable stilts. Chris took a very annoying barking box. And Silvar and Dean took matchless pipes. Nim also provided a nimble-right detector, a device with a small umbrella that spun faster the closer you get to a nimble-right. All right, we're almost there, guys. Back at the manor, the party found 3 strings, a Harper Bard, and contact of Raynar's waiting for them. He brought intelligence. The man who fled the fireball scene matches the description of Orstel Floxen, a suspected member of the Black Network. A resident of the North Ward saw Floxen enter Gralhoun's villa shortly after the incident and reported him to the City Watch. 2 constables questioned Lord Gralhound, who denied anything was wrong, and without a search warrant, they dropped it. Three Stings laid out 2 options: infiltrate the villa themselves, with the risk of legal consequences, but the chance of recovering the stone, or turn the information over to the City Watch, stay clean, but likely lose the stone. The party chose to infiltrate. 3 Strings also relayed that Raynar considered the Griffin idea impractical given the party's lack of connections to the Lord Alliance. The session ended with the party taking a long rest and preparing to assault Greyhound's villa under cover of night, where we are now. Speed run. How was that?
Good.
3 minutes? 4 minutes?
Excellent.
And Silvar's here. Great.
Yeah. So you're standing outside the villa. You're on the street. If you launch the session, you can see the map. Don't worry about like what's above you on the map. That's the 2nd floor of the villa. So if you're there, we can worry about that. But you're on the street. You're standing in front of a gate. That gate, the gate's locked. Yeah. What do we do?
And remind me what time of day it is.
We're
at nighttime, right?
late. Yeah, late. Yeah, you guys can decide if it's dusk or dark, whatever you wanted to.
Okay, let's align on that first. What time is it, guys? Are we going in like the middle of the night? Are we going as the sun is setting? What do you guys think?
I think sunset. It's like dusk. It's slowly getting dark.
Okay.
We're chasing time. We're chasing the sunlight.
So Aldrich approaches the gate, kind of like edging around the corner of the wall, looking around. I look into the courtyard. I don't see anything. I call back to the group standing right behind me. I would think that we're standing like Three Stooges style, like in a line, like all kind of like peering around. I let everybody know I don't see anything, but I'm certainly not the stealthiest. So whoever is going to go ahead and scout, I'm going to defer to you and let you lead this expedition. Basically, just making sure that the coast is clear of any imminent danger, and then getting out of the way for the stealthier members of the party to lead the way.
Chris very flamboyantly, allow me. And I mean, Frank, I know this is an arcane lock, but just for LOLs, can Frank attempt to lockpick this thing and completely fail? Because yeah.
You can try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allow me. Any kind of ask the team to back up.
Give me a
Is it
give me
dexterity?
a dexterity check. Yeah.
Is a nat
If you have
20 gonna open
proficiency
this
with
thing? Or
these
what?
tools.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ready?
it would. Yeah.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, that wouldn't unlock a master lock, and
Okay.
you can famously open those with a master lock. So.
Okay, and then Chris just chuckles like, let me try something else, and I kick it like really hard. Is that doing?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Oh no!
I have a negative
Athletic.
1 strength. This is great. Oh my god!
No.
Can I get a -1? Oh, 11. Somehow my strength is better than my.
Yeah, this thing is like so magically solidly closed that didn't even like really make a sound. It was more of a thud. You know how like a gate might rattle, like that. It didn't even rattle. It just was sort of like a kick, and it didn't move.
While Loverboy is over there trying to kick the door down, I'd like to now shift from, and I'm going to stand again because you guys know I need to physically act it out. So we're standing here watching. I'm going to turn and look behind us and see how high off the ground the clearing of the fence is.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's one of those gates, like those fences with like the spiky top to it, right? But it's like maybe 10 feet high.
Okay.
Can we throw the cat over?
Go with me here. I'm gonna motion Blizzak over real quick.
The stilts.
And I'm gonna lean down and speak just softly enough for Blizzak to hear me and say, "Can I try and throw you over?" And see what he says.
You can try.
All right. Is this strength or athletics?
I mean, it's up to you guys, but I could just like wild form into a bird and just go fly over and see what's going on over there. Just saying. I mean, you have a druid in your midst right now.
I didn't know
Chris,
that you could
have told us that
wild
earlier.
That might work.
I will say that, like, this being an arcane lock, that it's not as simple as just getting to the other side of the gate and unlocking it. Like, this is a lock that has a passcode or opens for like specific people, but like being on one side or the other doesn't matter. So theoretically, actually, if you were to like get past it, you'd be locked in as well. On that sense. So it's kind of like everybody's over or everyone's through or whatever, right?
Maybe we just check the circumference of this place.
Yeah, Chris. Maybe while Aldrich and Blizzak are talking, I kind of look over and say, "Dear God, what are the meatheads doing right now?" And we just kind of see like Aldrich slowly trying to lift Blizzak.
I roll a 16 at throwing Blizzak over the wall.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Blizzak, did you resist that, or did you just go with it?
I went with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
didn't even realize it was happening.
He flies up the wall and lands with a thud.
Now I'm gonna grab Chris's attention and
On
be
the
like,
side.
"Look, you're gonna see that Blizzak is now standing on the other side of the arcane locked gate."
Okay.
All right. Now Blizzak is trapped inside
Yeah,
the
What?
Blizzak, what do you see over there?
Yeah. What do you see?
Good question. What do I see?
I mean, you're in a yard. There are trees surrounding you. If you look back through the gate, you can very clearly like see through this wrought iron gate that seems to be magically locked from this side as well.
Can they hear me through the gate, or do I need to like yell?
Yeah, they can hear you. It's a wrought iron gate. It's magically kept closed and solid, right? But it's not. That's the only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I described to the party what I see. I see the trees. I see what looks like those ponds in the garden?
No, those are
That's the
trees.
canopies of the trees.
Those are trees.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and kind of goes on for about, I want to say, what, 60 feet maybe to the east, I guess.
Yeah, one square is
And
5
keeps
feet.
going further south. Yeah, or that might be more. Yeah.
Frank,
more
can
like
you help
100
us
feet.
interpret the map? What are these like? What's this gray upside down U-shaped thing over on the left hand side?
That is, if you look on the roof, you can see what looks like the top of a fireplace.
Got it.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's again like 20 feet up.
Yeah, it's a 2-story building at that point.
Okay. What if we did this? So Chris is kind of talking to Blizzak through the. He's like kind of pressing his face up to the rails. Hey, what's up? So Chris notices that there's a fireplace over just to his west and says, "Buddy, actually this plan isn't going to work. Maybe it will. I think I don't think we're going to have any luck climbing this fence because it's spiked, but maybe if you're able to go up to where that fireplace is and shimmy on up it and throw some rope, that might be a way for us to all get in and join you. And you should be small enough to get down there. What do you think?
I think it's worth a
there.
try. I have I don't know how far the shoes extend, but I could try to like extend my way to the top or taller and throw a rope over the wall that way too.
Mm-hmm. Could that work, or is it like if he threw a rope over the
No,
fence,
yeah,
would
that would work. Yeah, that's
okay.
doable. It's like this isn't like a sophisticated magic security system. It's just like there's an arcane lock on the gate, right? So the rest of it is like normal wall, like all that stuff,
Okay.
right? So.
Oh, great, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go over to like. I guess I'm. Well, wait a minute.
You're actually conveniently blocked by the trees. Like the rest of the house can't really see you there, you know. So.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go behind the
first.
trees a little more and try to use my my stilt shoes.
All right.
How far did they go up?
I'm not sure, but this part is a wall. Sorry, like I think I said like spike gate. I think that was the gate. Like, but this is a wall. This is like this is like a stone
yeah, we're
wall.
good.
Let's
My
grab
bad.
this-
Like this
let's
is
just- Yeah. Let's just get over this wall with this rope.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll extend as far as I can and throw the rope over and
So
tie
you're
it
gonna
to
try and
part
pull
of the
them
wall.
up. Oh, you're gonna tie it. Okay. I was gonna say you're
Yeah.
gonna try and pull them over with your stilts on.
I just rolled a 20 athletics.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and scale the wall myself.
Yeah. So you move to jump up the rope to like grab it higher on the rope, and you actually just like catch the top of the wall. You kicked really hard. You're basically a parkour expert at this point, and so you're sitting on top of the wall right now.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I can wait. I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead.
No, please. This is all yours.
No, because so Dean looks at Aldrich and it's like amateur hour, and I'm gonna try to do the same thing.
Knowing that he can turn into a bird and perch next to me on the wall.
I mean, that's pretty good. I'll say you get like 90% of the way up there, right? You know how in like Ultimate Ninja Warrior where they
90%.
sort of get up there, right? And it's like if you can get
That much
there,
space.
then maybe, right? So like I can give you like grab the rope, or I don't know if Aldrich wants to grab you, like, but that might be
I'm just reaching a hand down and grabbing people as they're coming up to me.
Can you catch me as I'm about to fall back
of
down?
course. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I would have had it.
So then, Dean, give us the play-by-play. Break this down. So you back up. You run at the wall.
And then I'm scaling the wall. I'm climbing it with my feet, my little druid feet. And I get up to the very top, and then I start falling back. And then Aldrich catches me, like just at the last second, and then pulls me back over.
don't quite get the grip at the top, you know, like you were there. So like anyone who wasn't like looking like very intently would assume that you were gonna make it, no problem.
So maybe just Aldrich is the only one that knows that it was.
As soon as Aldrich grabs Dian's hand, I pull him up with an alarming ease to Dian, who's never been manhandled quite like this before. And I just toss him over with a chuckle. I'm just like, silly kid. And now I'm staring down at Chris and Master Volan standing in the street looking up at me.
Not exactly the athletes of the group, but we'll hopefully figure it out.
Yeah.
Blizzak, can you toss me the rope and I'll just lower it down and then help them pull him up?
Okay, I'll toss my rope to Aldrich.
Okay. So I'm straddling the wall with both legs like rodeo locked on this thing. So I'm not going anywhere. I got lipstick grip if you feel me.
Chris says Chris is just way too stubborn to get help, so he's like, I'm just gonna keep trying the lock thing, and so hold on, I'm gonna try again. 17. Did
you know
work?
what? You get like two of the magical pins, but it doesn't open for you.
It doesn't open. Okay. If I kick it one more time, does it?
I feel like you made really good progress. It doesn't work that way. Like you didn't really weaken it, but you were close to picking it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm still like kind of stubborn. You guys are all making your progress.
Well, now you've got evidence that you can get there, so you might as well keep trying, right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
While Chris is trying to pick the lock, I look at Master Volan.
I have no pride. I have no pride, and I look at it and say, "Just throw the rope down."
So I throw it down. I let you grab on.
Let's get it rolling.
And then I pull you
over.
Yeah. I have my feet on the wall to walk my way up. We're splitting the effort. We get on top. I get back over.
Look, it's not pretty, but you make it.
And then my final attempt is
it got worse. You got worse. Okay. You're not getting there.
All right, so I give up. I'm very
that thing takes a 20 to pick and a 25 to kick open. So maybe Aldrich could have kicked it open. I don't know. Yeah. It's possible.
And as I'm climbing up, I tell Aldrich, like, did you learn how to climb like that at scout camp? Like, how did you do that? There's lots of things we don't know
Aldrich
about
just jumped it. Like he didn't even.
Yeah. Aldrich sucks his teeth at Chris and doesn't really acknowledge it, and it's just like, let's get on with it. I curl up the rope as Chris is sitting across the wall, and I jump down.
All right, cool. So we're in the yard. We're behind a row of trees. Where would like to go?
Okay. You guys want to just go knock on the door like we did last time?
2 knocks. 2.
Yeah.
I suggest that we actually think this through and not just go right in.
Aldrich
managed to make it over the wall undetected. Let's make sure we stay that way as long as we can.
Aldrich whispers sarcastically in a tone that does not come across very often. We probably should have planned before scaling the wall.
That's true.
Well, now what?
So, do we see the rest of the clearing through the tree line, Frank?
You like it's these trees have spring leaves on them, right?
Okay.
So you can kind of get a sense for what's on the other side of them.
So they're not full summer foliage. You can still like.
It's spring.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see what basically looks like, if we look at this bottom right corner, this looks like sort of the carriage house, right? And then the main manor is what's like directly in front of you, to your right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And we know this Herv Taluid, like the groundskeeper. Do we see him at all? And his dogs. He has 2 dogs.
How do you know about this guy, huh?
Don't you know metagaming?
You said it in your... No. You said it in the... Yeah, you said it at the end of the stream yesterday.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I re-listened to the stream.
No side of Herv at this point.
Okay.
He's groundskeeper.
So is that a balcony that's overlooking this?
Yeah, there's a balcony. So it's about.
Would you mind pinging the balcony?
20 feet above the ground. Huh?
Would you mind pinging the balcony?
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, that's
Got it.
right there, right? And it
Yeah,
sits.
the upstairs doors are open on the map. I don't know if they are in the game, but
Yeah, well, you can't actually like. I don't
See
know if
that
you can
probably.
tell, um, but yeah, the balcony is there. It sits above the entryway.
And so
Okay.
so we can see the balcony though from where we are.
Yeah, you can see it. Mhm.
And is there anybody on the balcony?
No,
Okay. All right.
actually, like there's a surprising like emptiness in terms of guards on the exterior of this building right now.
we could, if somebody was able to make themselves small and rise at a certain height midair and fly and look around and surveil and be able to
I don't
tell
think we
us
need to be coy, Master Volan. You could just ask Dean to turn into a bird.
whenever you're ready, sir.
Well, someone around here has got to do it. All right. Now,
It says, I promise not to light you on fire.
okay, this is more we're meta right now.
Yeah.
Out of the game. Wild shape. This uses a spell slot.
No, wild shape is an
Does not.
ability, not a spell
Okay.
slot.
It does not use a spell slot, so this
I think
does
you
not
get 2 wild
affect.
shapes a day. Yeah.
Yep, I do. Okay. And then in terms of wild shapes, as far as what I can transform into, I mean, is a bird reasonable? Well, like I know there's like a.
Yeah. Well, oh wait, I don't think you can turn into a creature with a fly speed yet. I think you can only turn into
Really?
Certain animals. See?
Yeah.
It just says certain animals. What does that mean?
So it used to be animals you
Oh.
can see, but this is like beasts
I
under a certain
see.
challenge rating.
Level.
Could he
8.
turn into a squirrel?
Yeah.
Okay, squirrels can scale the wall.
All right.
Pause.
Spider.
One more question for the rest of the group. Can we still communicate with him? Or is it like we give commands and he understands us?
No.
No,
Like
you have to speak squirrel in order to.
It's like the animal kids, where they
Squeaker
they
makes
speak
squeaking.
Squeaker squeaking.
Or he's like,
yeah,
he
they
can only
can.
speak
Druids can
Portuguese.
speak while in wild shape.
Okay.
So yeah, he can.
And
still speak
how long can he stay a squirrel, thereby only
Fine.
consuming 1 wild shape charge?
Indefinitely, but he can't like fight as well. He
Sure.
can, but he fights as a squirrel, and if
He could
loses
just
his
come back to
HP,
human form,
then-
right? Or whatever.
Yeah,
his
you
race
can
is.
you can shift back, and if you get reduced to 0 HP as a squirrel, you go back to your human form with the HP that you had when you started.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay. So
Right.
I think we talk about this really quick. So we bring everyone together. And we quickly narrate this, right? Because this is the first time the DN's ever going to change shape around us. So like DN, you're going to have to break it down into like what your capabilities are and how we communicate and work with you to solve problems.
All right, guys. Let's stop squirreling around here.
Let's pull this back and like let's say that this conversation happened before we went to the villa and scaled the wall.
Yeah.
Let's assume that that's the case. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're smart like that. All right, guys. I'm gonna go transform into a squirrel really fast, and then, and then now Dean's a squirrel. All right.
Wow.
And then I look back at the group.
What does
and say,
Bigsby do when he sees Dean turn into a squirrel?
That's a good question. I think you're the best person to answer that.
I think Bigsby has seen me transform many a time.
Okay.
Right, so this is not a surprise to
I thought he was gonna chase you or something.
God no.
Bigsby's like what he does to mimic merely a fraction of my power.
All right. I turn back to the group and I say, "This is nuts," and then I scurry across the lawn in order to jump up onto the wall and kind of scurry up the wall a little bit. And then now I'm on the balcony, sort of rail edge. And I look back at the group. All right, and then I look back at the balcony. Now, what do I see? Because I basically just turned around, looked at the group, and now I'm looking back at what I had just sort of jumped up onto.
So there are open glass doors here leading into what looks to be a master bedroom. There's some lawn chairs. What the other stuff you can't see much else except for into that what's it called, the bedroom. So inside the bedroom, the doors have been thrown open. It contains here's what's going on. So there's a man wearing a breastplate and armed with a rapier. He stands next to a well-dressed half-orc who's, looks like a bodyguard of some sort. There's a wooden trunk resting at the foot of a large canopied bed in the southwest corner. Claw-footed bathtub sits in the northwest alcove near a freestanding mirror and privacy screen. Hanging above the fireplace in the southeast corner is a shield that bears the Growlhund coat of arms, and logs are stacked neatly in front of the hearth. A tall mahogany wardrobe stuffed with expensive gowns and dress clothes stands next to a pair of open glass doors leading out to the balcony. I guess, wait, where is this happening? You guys just potentially phase skipped me here.
I was gonna say Frank did not expect us to skip a phase here.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so this man who's in the breastplate and the rapier and his imposing half-orc figure are sort of standing. If I can ping, here, and they're sort of standing. Wait, is that pinging?
Yeah,
we can see
it's
it.
circle.
Yeah. And they're sort of doing the thing of the breach and clear stance is the best I've got for you, right? Peering through the door into the foyer. That's what you see.
All right. And so I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna scurry back down the wall and run at the guys by the trees. I'm gonna inform them of what I've seen.
And I say it's a miracle nobody has seen us yet.
I'm still a squirrel, by the way.
Say that one more time, John Abbott.
It's a miracle nobody has spotted us yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are we doing?
Aldrich steps forward and asks Dean, because Dean communicates there in the that breach and clear posturing. And I'm going to clarify: does it look like they've broken in and are unwelcome in that residence?
And based on what I saw, I mean, it looks like we're second to the punch here. I think someone has already beaten us here.
Yeah, give me an insight check for those guys in particular.
From Dean? Okay.
Yeah. 9.
All right. I don't know. They're at the most interior part of the house, or on the second floor. They're definitely in preparing for a fight, but they aren't necessarily the people who broke in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do we know who Growlhund Villa would John know or Dean know who Growlhund Lord Growlhund looks like, being a person from Waterdeep?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
They wouldn't exactly have operated in the same social circles.
But based on what we know right now, it seems that, I mean, clearly someone has arrived here before we have.
And as you finish that statement, I'm going to lift a gauntleted hand and point at this door right here and say, if someone else is here, that's probably the door they went through.
Mm-hmm.
So then I would say that's probably the door they're watching as well. So there's also the possibility the path kind of goes this way. I don't know if you're seeing the ping or not.
No.
But then you follow that around.
I see it.
And there's these entrances in the back here.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I got it right here.
Yeah. What if we had coverage in both?
It's just you just want to go in the front and just right on, or you want to go around to the back and be a little more stealth about it.
Back door is fine with me. That's not a.
God.
I know he sits.
It's gonna be in
You
the
heard it
recap.
here first. He's got
Gonna
the
be in the
lips to
recap.
grip, and the back door is fine with
Okay.
him.
Okay. Let Squirrel Boy go first.
You dirty devil. All right. I'm gonna scurry then across the lawn.
Okay,
Alright,
we're
cool.
all following. We're all following. Okay.
Yeah. Give me deck saves to cross the lawn unnoticed from
I don't like this.
everybody. We're going with
11.
group average here.
Oh,
where's-
good.
13,
Dexterity? Where's dexterity? There it is.
16,
There we go.
5,
Aldrich.
no.
6,
Oh, no.
4.
I'm a squirrel.
Yeah, he's a squirrel. Can he go with advantage? Because he's a
Oh
squirrel.
no, the squirrel doesn't need to roll. Yeah, you're
Oh,
good.
yeah.
The squirrel's totally allowed to be in the yard. All right.
yeah.
So what do we got? If we ignore Dian, we've got 13, 16, 5, 4.
So that's 5,
Was someone else rolled a 5?
14. That's 10.
I rolled a
Aldrich.
4.
That's 10 exactly. That's really funny.
We
Yeah,
passed the
okay,
check.
alright.
I mean, I'm just doing that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Beat it or beat it.
So you can cross the yard if you want. That works.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, so we're crossing.
Oh.
And then to our right,
that's
we're
an
seeing
exact
the
9.5.
house.
Okay.
Um,
Around this
you know what Chris is gonna do really quick before we advance? We're kind of in this like I'm kind of in this like alleyway here right before we make a right. I'm gonna set up my barking box here.
Okay.
So that if there is any type of movement or anything that happens out here, it's like an alarm. We'll know it.
Cool.
We'll know if someone's trying to flank us.
And I'm gonna transform back into a human at this point.
Thanks, Prudent.
So now
So let me
we're
just put
at a
little-
crossroads. There are 2 doors. I mean, Aldrich says, which one are we going through?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm thinking this one.
Yeah, same.
I
Okay.
have reason to believe that the left door takes us further into the house towards the 2 men that Dian saw. So if our goal is to come into contact with them, then that's the direction I think we need to go.
I think this is the direction that we can potentially flank them if they are in there.
Okay.
Potentially. I don't know.
Cool.
At this point, we are quickly losing the element of surprise. So I'm going to draw my greatsword, and Aldrich approaches the door and just gently tries to, what is it, like a latch, or is it just like a
It's just like a door handle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put enough pressure on the door handle to see if it moves without trying to alert anybody that may be on the other side of it.
Yeah. So this is really. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. This is the kitchen. Unlocked door leads from the yard to the mansion's kitchen, which is stocked as cookware and utensils. And then what you see there in that sort of X shape is a large fireplace that's used for cooking. So there's kind of a cooking setup in front of it.
And is this one of those fireplaces that's like a giant hearth that you can see through into the adjacent room?
You could if they're like if it hadn't been used recently.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. Theoretically, but these places are filthy. Like we're not. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're standing in the kitchen. I look left and I look right, and then I look at Dian and I say, which way should we go?
I'm thinking right.
Okay.
Is this a closed? Is this just a doorway?
Yeah, it's an open door. Or it's a closed door, but it's unlocked.
Okay. And what do we see,
All right.
Frank?
This is a room where servants wash clothing. It contains scrub buckets, wash basins, soap, mops, and chamber pots. There is the corpse of a middle-aged female human on the stairs that lead up to the service quarter. So you see those stairs just kind of slightly around the corner. Presumably a maid. She's got a ring of keys on her belt.
Aldrich would close the gap and confirm that she's deceased and not knocked out.
Yeah, definitely dead.
And grab the key ring and toss it to Chris.
Okay.
And then Aldrich would stand back and sort of like try and move the body as dignantly as possible, so that we're not just like stepping over this dead person. And I would like, is there like a table or anything nearby that I can lay her on?
You could go back into the kitchen and.
All right. I would carry her back into the kitchen and lay her on a countertop or something, just so that like we're not disgracing the dead while everybody else is like posturing to go up the stairs.
Sure. Okay.
I come back to the room, and Aldrich, kind of like having seen this many times, it's just like, shall we? And then motions to the stairs.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, on the stairs was a woman who's dead. She seemed to, I'm speaking as Chris, she seemed to be thrown down the stairs. I think it's best that we start using our inside voices now. Who's pretty sneaky that wants to go first?
Aldrich looks at Blizzak, and we both shake our heads.
I'm fairly stealthy, but if somebody else can be quieter than me, by all means.
Okay. And then Chris says, if I must. And so he just slowly... Should I do a stealth check first, Frank, or what do you want me to do?
You're going up the stairs?
We're about to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Stealth check. $13.
Yeah. So conventional knowledge would inform you that this is the servants' wing of the house. So it's a closed off portion of the upstairs. There are 3 rooms here. The first 2 we're going to quickly push through. It would be the room for the head butler and the head maid. Those are currently empty. And then there is a 3rd room, which is the largest of the 3, which will that door is actually closed.
Like locked?
No, it's just closed.
Okay.
So for narrative purposes, who all went up the stairs? I think Blizzak and I are down here in the washroom section.
I'm gonna follow Chris.
Okay. Did Master Roland follow as well?
Hey, I'm gonna stand more. There's a looks like there's a doorway here, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of just stand watch here.
Okay.
So then, from a story perspective, let's say that Chris and Dean split up and checked each of these flanking rooms, and then you guys arrive at this closed doorway.
Okay. So I'm going south, and then again, Frank, these are basically just like maids' quarters. All of these, right? Essentially.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. No. The locked one. It's
not locked. It's just closed.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a kick.
Wait, no. Before. Did you already kick it?
No. I didn't kick it. No.
We need to be careful with our words.
Yeah.
Freddie, listen to me.
Maybe
stop fucking kicking doors.
I was saying, do you want to kick it? Like,
no,
hey,
he said like
hang out.
Yeah, he's like shouting at D, and he's like, "I'm gonna kick this door." I'm like, "Do not." I'm like, quiet. I'm like, do not.
D&D is just where Freddy lets all the intrusive thoughts win. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can turn into a bug or a spider and just look through this door really quickly. Okay. All right. I got one more of these these transformations today. All right.
Chris says, I really don't like bugs. So if you're gonna do it,
Aldrich hears the commotion at the top of the stairs.
I don't care.
And looks at Silvar, who's standing at the base of the stairs, and goes, "What's going on?"
He doesn't like bugs.
So if you're gonna be a
these
bug,
2 idiots can't just go.
if you're gonna be a bug, I'm gonna go stand as far away from you as possible, and I'm not gonna look. Do not tell me when you transform, okay? And I'm gonna go I'm gonna go in this room and close the door.
Is Chris standing in a corner, facing the corner?
Yes.
I'm downstairs hearing all of this
Yeah.
and just silently shaking my head in disappointment.
Okay. Okay, and then Chris says, "I'm ready now."
All right. You check? You going through with it?
Yes. I'm just. I silently think to myself that if this wasn't a very dangerous situation, I would transform into a spider and just bum rush Chris right now. But I'm not. I'm not going to do that.
A plan for
So
another time. Yeah.
So I'm going to transform into a spider.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'm going to just crawl underneath the door frame just to see what's inside.
Yeah, you happen into a room that appears to be a large common area with several bunk beds for the junior staff. In this room, there's a total of 9 maids, cooks, and valets. They're held up here. They're armed with improvised weapons, so things like rolling pins, mops, and brooms, and the like. They're sort of cowering.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to crawl as a spider back into the doorway with Chris. And I'm gonna sneak my little spider head across the door, just so you can hey, Chris, can you hear me?
And Chris goes, "Oh, what the fuck is that?"
Chris, it's me, Dean.
Chris immediately forgets that you were a spider. Okay, and Chris is like, "Can you please turn back to your normal self before you start talking to me? I can't do this."
No, I might need to be a spider in a second. I'm waving my little.
Please
spider
tell me that
little
Dean
arm.
does the thing that jumping spiders do and puts his hands up and is like.
Okay, so he's waving his arms. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris, just stop being a pansy for 1 second.
Okay.
And just listen to me. Okay. And then
brave boy.
There's a bunch of people just cowering in that room right now. I don't think that they're the bad guys here. I think that they're potentially some of the staff. They're just afraid.
The servants?
I think. I don't know.
If their sense, they have excellent disguises.
Okay.
And they're not making a lot of progress towards whatever goal they have for being here.
Chris's heart warms a little bit. He has a very soft spot for kind of underlings, servants and things. And says, "Okay, let's let them know that we're here. We're here to help them."
Can I jump on your shoulder while you do this?
Why don't we do this? Why don't you? Ooh, I like this. Hold on. Maybe don't go on my skin or touch my shoulder, but if you want, you can hang out on my shoe or on the top of my boot or something.
You're gonna squish me.
Okay. Go wherever you'd like. Go wherever you'd like. Just don't touch me.
And then I slowly crawl up his leg.
Unironically, spiders, he really doesn't like spiders, and it's kind of justified. But yeah it's spiders specifically are.
I'm gonna crawl up his leg. I'm gonna go in his shoulder, and then I'm just gonna put a couple little legs against his neck.
Okay, so before we, Chris asked Dean on his little, do we should probably get the rest of the team to help, or do you think it'll be less intimidating if it's just two? Well, just one of us.
Honestly, I think if it's just one, eventually.
Okay.
Or actually, let's maybe I don't know. Maybe we should inform the team of what's going on.
Let's consult the team and see if it makes sense.
But I'm just gonna stay as a spider right now, just in case.
Yeah. Okay, so then Chris goes back down, or he's kind of in the stairwell. I'm not gonna go all the way downstairs, but and I see the team is down there, and is someone?
The team doesn't know I'm a spider, by the way.
Yeah, does someone gonna ask where Dean is?
Yeah, so you come down the stairs, and you kind of brush past Master Volan into the main area of the washroom, and Aldrich kind of I sit up straight, and I say, "Where's the shapeshifter?"
Hi guys.
I look around, like not knowing where the sound came from, and then you see my eyes fixate on your shoulder, and we see a little jumping spider doing the little arm waves, and I walk up, and I just stick a finger out, to get him to come over and join me, because I can see that Chris is physically uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
I crawl to the finger.
I reach a finger out, and I get Dion onto my finger, and then I rest him on my pauldron of my armor.
I see him reach and get this bug off of Chris's shoulder, and my immediate reaction whenever I see a bug is, oh, and I swat in the direction.
Give me an attack roll.
Oh,
Do not.
if I knew how to do that.
Just unarmed strike to hit.
Unarmed strike.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm getting there. Unarmed strike. I do the hit DC roll or
to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, to hit.
Okay, good.
Oh, thank God.
You miss. Yeah.
Okay, so as he lunges to hit the spider, I like, you know how you cup a flame? Aldrich like cups the spider and is like,
Oh.
it's like, Master Volan, it's Dian.
It's me.
And then I lay him comfortably on my shoulder.
I say you should have led with that.
So didn't you see him do the cute little arm thing?
I saw a bug. I saw a bug.
And then I turn like Mr. Rogers style and look at my shoulder, and I'm like, what did you see? What's up there?
I proceed to explain to him everything I saw.
Okay. Yeah. Aldrich is then going to brief the group that if there are people in a room posturing for somebody to breach the door and immediately attack, it would be a bad idea for us to go up there and open the door. So I'm going to look around.
I would also say...
Oh, go ahead.
I'd also argue, we came in through the back pretty quietly. Maybe we can let them out?
Absolutely. But I think we need to get a piece of parchment and quickly scribe on there, like, we're here to help.
Here to help.
Well, I'm Master Volan. I'm very persuasive in talking to people. So perhaps I could go up there and convince them that we're there to help, and we can open the door and lead them to safety before we continue on.
Let's give you the parchment, and you can slide under the door, and when they open it, you can talk to them.
Yeah. Okay. Great plan.
Cool. All right. So you slide the parchment of the door?
Yeah, and it just says something along the lines of like, help is here, and that's it.
Yeah. And when you do that, they're like, you hear some sort of muttering between them, and eventually they open the door. And one of them says, "What happened? What happened to for their name?
Fuck.
Esmeralda. Is she all right?"
Volan's the only one upstairs right now, so he's got to do this dialogue.
And then I put together that Esmeralda is the woman we found downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, unfortunately, we walked in and found her downstairs. She's gone. But we put her body comfortably in a room downstairs in
the kitchen,
dignified manner until you can do what you need to do with it.
All right. They're obviously in distress, but they hurry down the stairs. They walk through there and past the kitchen.
Oh, did we just lose Frank?
Well, before they go, can we ask them what happened? What led to this? What led to them being in this predicament?
Some people attacked the manor. We don't know what's going, but they were fighting in the main hall.
Which direction is the main
And then
hall?
when you
Down the stairs to the left.
heard this fighting downstairs, that's when you guys ran up here and then hid yourself away.
Well, they attacked Esmeralda and we ran.
Okay.
Is there anything else you can tell us that will aid us in helping with whatever's going on in this villa right now?
I don't know. It felt like they came from everywhere. The guards were scrambling.
What did they look like, the attackers?
Thugs.
Did they
Ruffians.
have any uniquely identifying clothing? Were they wearing clothing with eyes all over it or purple?
Not sure. It was dark.
Okay.
And Chris says, "Is your master a half elf or an orc?"
I don't know. Y'all. I think they're human.
I'm just trying to
Maybe they're
identify if the DN somehow.
Yeah, they would confirm that the person in the
DN
bedroom would match that description. Yeah, more or less.
as their master.
Mhm.
Okay, great. The ones that are bracing. Okay.
So this is the main hall right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we Aldrich would tell the group to seek safety, as they're innocent and like assuming that there's nothing else that they can offer. Turn to the rest of the group and say, our way forward is through that door into the main hall.
Yeah, they scurry out behind you through the kitchen into the pantry, which is the door south of the kitchen, out this back door.
Before they go, what's the code?
We're doing a lot of
to the
before
front
they go.
gate? What's the code to the front gate so we can get out of here?
We don't know. We're just employees. We don't use the front gate. But they walk out this back door,
So now we know.
which was barred, that goes to the street, which is what I was saying.
Oh,
Dang it.
Like I said, back door's all right with me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
cool.
Yeah. All right. So there we are. They scurry out the back door to the street.
I'm gonna go ahead and
They leave it open too. It's just hanging open at this point.
I'm gonna cast Divine Favor on myself.
And I'm gonna suggest that I scout ahead a little bit in my little spider body.
Uh-huh.
By all means.
Okay, so I'm gonna crawl underneath this door right here, just to peek my little spider head out and just see. And what do I see?
Yeah. You notice a couple of things. The floor is strewn with bodies. Two thugs holding bloody maces stand over them. The sound of fighting can be heard from atop the wide staircase in the northwest corner. Aside from that, the room is framed by two iron chandeliers hanging from a dark mahogany ceiling above a lined dining table carved from red larchwood. Relatively elaborate chairs have been strewn about. There are a number of locked cabinets and a large fireplace the other side of that fireplace. Has a family portrait with Lord and Lady Growlhund, their 3 young children, and a family dog.
Okay. I'm gonna crawl back into the door, and I'm gonna inform the team.
One more thing you might have noticed is the bodies were they were wearing House Growlhund livery for the most part.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then I'm gonna crawl back under. I'm gonna transform back into a human at this point. I'm gonna inform the team of what I've seen.
So you're telling me that there are 2 attackers in that room right now, and all of the bodies that are scattered on the ground are members of House Growlhund?
Yeah, presumably.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my greatsword's been drawn. I sheathed it once they went up to negotiate with the captives. I re-unsheath it, and I say to the party, prepare for battle. Like,
Before we do, let's be smart about this. And tell me what you guys think about this, but I'm gonna just ping it real quick. I kind of want to grab my bark box anyways. What if Chris just grabbed the bark, sprinted, grabbed the bark box?
Yeah, go get it.
Then,
go get it. These are inconsequential things. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But also, if I slowly move my way to the front, and whether it's a knock or some type of distraction, in order to.
If you want to cross the yard again, give me a stealth check.
Wait, you're just taking matters in your own hands right now?
I'm asking if we think we need a distraction so that we can suss out these two, or if we think they're legit.
I think
there are two thugs in the room, and there are noises at the top of the stairs.
So we gotta go.
What are we doing here?
I think we gotta save these people.
So
this dialogue's happening. To get in stealthily. It's time to go in.
We gotta go. Who's busting the door open?
Who do you think?
All right.
I'm going to. Okay, so here, let's lay out the plan really quick. So you articulate there are two people in here who have just wiped out a bunch of people. They're fighting at the top of the stairs. When we saw the people leave through the pantry out of the back door, we're going to have noticed that there was a door leading into the Great Hall there as well. So I'm going to suggest that we engage through that door, and that we send a small coalition of people, maybe 2 people, me and Blizak, straight up the stairs.
Straight through the door, you mean? Not the stairs.
So
right?
No. Straight up the stairs. Yeah. So Blizak and I, when you guys open the door, the south door here, and engage the 2 guards, Blizak and I are going to run straight through the door, straight up the stairs, and try and engage with the fighting going on.
Okay.
Because if Lord Growlhund is upstairs needing help, we need to go and engage and help him as soon as possible.
And why don't us casters, Silvar and I, enter through the south side, so that they'll be distracted by you two?
Yep.
We can attack them from afar.
Well, we want you to engage first, so they don't even see us, and they don't try and chase us.
All right, I'm gonna go with the casters as well. Then.
All right.
Okay, I have a fun idea for this. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead. Frank's
are you going in? Are we doing this? Like,
what's your idea? We do like a 3, 2, 1, and then we open the door and start running.
I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna cast a new spell. It's a song called "Ballad of 4 Bards," and I cast it, and all of a sudden there are now 4 Chris's.
Oh God!
All right,
4 identical Chris's that are distracting this group on the south side.
Is this mirror image, or is this a?
It is mirror image. Yeah.
Okay, mirror image. Okay, cool.
All right,
let's roll initiative.
Did Blizak and I get pulled into combat, or are we good to just run through?
This is combat. Like we're not gonna get. Yeah, we're in there. Good. Yeah.
Oh, there we go, Silvar.
Okay, cool. All right. Great. All right. So you happen to this room. You see these 2 thugs standing over the various bodies. Silvar will be first.
Okay, I'm gonna go with just chromatic orb.
Ripping a spell slot on turn 1, baby. Let's go.
We're level 3. Which one are you shooting
at? The one Thug A, the one's furthest away.
It hits.
Okay.
Roll damage. And tell me what kind of damage.
Lightning.
Alright, 9 lightning damage to Thug A. Great. Alright, what next? Do you have a bonus action you want to use? You want to move or use a bonus action, Silvar? No?
I think you're good.
I'm not sure if I do. How would I do for a bonus action? How would I know that?
You probably picked up innate sorcery.
If you're on the actions tab, you can click bonus action, and it'll filter anything that you have available to you.
Okay. So I have. Okay. No, I'm okay.
Okay, cool. We'll go to Blizzak.
I'm good.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards Thug A, and I'm gonna try to swipe him with my great axe.
Okay. That's a
8.
miss.
Oh,
So you bury it in the table behind him.
All right, I'm gonna also enter as my bonus action into rage.
Mhm.
I'm really angry that I missed and hit a table.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Raging. We'll move on to Chris.
Dean?
Chris or Dean?
Dean. Sorry.
Is Dean still
I
a
have to
spider?
click on.
No, he's a human.
No, he went human.
Yeah, I'm human. Yeah, I became human when I came back through the door earlier.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt at Thug B.
Okay.
All right, so 15 to hit.
20 to hit.
20 to hit. 20 to hit.
Oh,
Definitely.
20. Wow. Yeah, that
Mhm.
hits. And then 14 radiant
Dang.
damage.
Cool.
Hell
And I
yeah.
believe attacks against him have advantage, or the next attack against him has advantage with guiding bolt.
Yep, it does.
Cool. All right. Do you have a bonus action or?
No.
Probably not. Yeah. Okay. Aldrich.
Yeah, Aldrich is going to stick to the plan. So I am moving. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to dash because I'm trying to get up the stairs. And what is that?
Okay.
That doubles my move distance.
Yeah.
So 120 feet.
That's your action though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, I guess. Okay, I might have missed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I dash to the top. I'm gonna own it. I dash to the top of the stairs. I get to the top of the stairs. I have 12 more units of movement. What do I see when I get to the top of the stairs?
So a lot's happening in the elegant foyer. A battle rages between several Zents and house guards, and the floor is strewn with dead bodies. Doors to the master bedroom area is open, and Lady Growlhund is shouting, "The City Watch is on their way." The door to your south is ajar, and beyond it, you can hear someone like trying to kick in another door.
Okay.
So there's a smattering of.
So I'm standing
like,
on the wrong
up
side of
there?
this conflict with nobody to help.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Can I add tokens without them getting added to the con? They haven't noticed you.
Okay. Then I'm going to stand there for just a beat, aka a turn, since I have nothing that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pick up on my next turn. Really shouldn't have dashed, boys. Make sure to count the number of squares you can move before you decide to use movement action.
Learning lessons.
All right, cool. So that will be Chris's turn then.
Okay. I am now gonna go. We've been beating up on Thug A, right?
Thug B is the
Yeah.
one who took the guiding bolt.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm gonna give Thug A little bit of medicine here, because Blizzak is within. Okay, so I'm gonna go Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Shit. Wisdom, saving. Well, I just had horrible
Still
damage.
3
but,
ones. That's insane.
it's 13 wisdom. Wisdom save.
You got an 18.
Okay, so that doesn't do anything. I think it takes half of 3, so 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, otherwise Blizzak, I would have gave you an opportunity attack.
There's generationally bad damage rolling on your part right there. That's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. And then Chris kind of just because there's 4 of him, he kind of moves over here and like tries to draw attention away from the spellcasters and says, "Come and get me, boys." Like, but it's 4 Chris's saying it all at once. So.
Yeah. Cool.
And my turn.
Well, yeah. Thugge's gonna stay focused on the barbarian who just tried to split him in half. So he's gonna to attack.
Oh boy.
Frank, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Oh no.
19 to hit.
Oh.
That'll do 5 damage.
Oh.
Bludgeoning
Oh, wait.
damage. Halved because you're raging. And that'll be his turn. So we'll move to Thug B. He's going to move to attack Chris.
One of the Chris's.
Yeah, hoping this is the right one. A natural 20.
Oh boy.
Wait, are you sure? That looked like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
really sure. But you get to roll a die or read.
I do. Thank God. I get to roll 3 dice because there's 3 of me, 3 d6s.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that right now. 1, 2, 3, and for everyone above. Okay, so because at least one of them was above 3, only 1 Chris goes away.
Okay, cool. So
down to 2.
you lose a Chris, but you don't take his crit, so that's good.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the top of the order, which is Silvar.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna do a firebolt. I'm just gonna keep grinding on Thug A here with
Okay.
firebolt attack. Okay, so we'll do +4. Roll to hit. Okay, got a 16. And then 1d10 for.
Here we go.
Nice.
Okay, with a burning damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was A.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. All right, cool.
And then now it says one bonus action I can do is Font of Magic, create spell slot level 1. I can transform 2 unexpended sorcery points into a level 1 spell slot, which vanishes when you. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Cool.
So now I have an extra spell slot, right?
Yep.
And then once we do a long rest,
you
it goes away.
recover the one you spent.
You recover the one you spent. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we'll go to Blizzak.
Alright, I'm still pretty angry at this Thug A for all the damage they've done to the people working here. So I'm gonna swing my great axe again and try to split his head.
That hits.
Yeah.
Alright. And then 1d12 plus 4. 7.
Well, he's looking rough. You took a chunk out of him there.
Alright. Yeah, I guess it ends my turn. I did have one question. For the primal path, for the barbarian, I chose the bear spirit. It just says raging, you have resistance to all damage except psychic damage. How much? What does that mean exactly?
You need to take half damage from all sources that aren't psychic damage.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. All right, we'll go to Dean.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a firebolt at Thug B. So I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna
20.
that'll hit. And then roll for damage. And 6.
Okay.
Why do you roll with advantage? Just curious.
Guiding bolt
Because the last
gives the next
guiding
attack
bolt.
Oh, that's
advantage.
right. That's right.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to Aldrich. Bigsby's
Aldrich
like,
is
I'm gonna attack too.
using the restroom. Yeah, Bigsby.
Bigsby wants to attack too.
What do you do,
clearly.
Bigsby?
Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the nearest thug. Which adds
All right, so you're
1d.
gonna bring them into the initiative then.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Let's,
Okay. Oh no.
how do I do that?
We gotta end these downstairs guys quick.
Yeah.
All
So
right, we'll just track this separately. We'll just track this one separately.
Okay.
So I'll keep it on the side.
thematically, you guys see Aldrich sprint up the stairs. You don't hear anything
That's it.
for like 6 seconds. And then you hear me yell, like uncharacteristically, like I yell some like hero shit, like into the fray or something like that. I cast Hunter's Mark on my first target, which adds 1d6 per hit. And then I also, as I'm rolling my attack, I declare a vow of enmity on the same target, which is a 1 divinity, which for every attack I roll 2d20, so it's rolling with advantage. So I guess I roll, right?
Yeah.
Let me roll with advantage. Okay, so
That hits.
I'm going to take the 23, and then I'm going to roll damage twice. And because it's Savage Attacker, and I take whichever one is higher.
Yeah.
So 14, and then I roll a 1d6 for Hunter's Mark damage. Where the fuck is the D? There we go. And I roll a d4 for Divine Favor. Alright, so I do 19 points of damage to this thug.
Yeah, we'll call. He was already fighting, so we'll say he goes down.
Okay. One less person on the order. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I mean, you basically stabbed him in the back, by the way. He's like engaged with this one guard, and you killed him.
In my mind's eye, I brought my greatsword down and like Homelander split him in half, like hit him in the shoulder and separated the top half of his body from the bottom half of his body.
Yeah, he absolutely did not know you were there, and was engaged with this other dude, so it was relatively easy. We'll go to Chris.
Okay. Chris hears the shouting from Aldrich, and so he says, "I'm coming, brother." And so Chris actually starts kind of walking, or not walking, but kind of running, but not dashing towards the stairs to go help. Let me see if we get that. But then on the way over,
opportunity attack Chris.
No,
Huh?
I'm far away.
No,
I'm far enough away.
Okay.
I'm far enough away, and kind of as I'm walking, I do a really nonchalant fairy fire. That'll affect Thug A and Thug B, so that'll give you guys advantage to clean up.
They need deck saves, right?
They need deck saves. It is a 13.
You got one of them.
Okay, so
Which one did I get?
Thug A
The weaker one?
Okay.
I got Thug A.
Yeah.
Okay, which he's the one. That's the one that we want, anyways. Okay, so I can walk 30, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm now at the base of the stairs, ready to help. Yep, and I end my I end my turn.
All right, cool. We'll move to Thug A. He's gonna swing at Blizzak. A 13? Does that hit you? Don't think so.
I think so. I have armor class 13. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, if it matches your armor class, it does hit. So.
Okay. Here's what I do. Chris, as a new bonus, has cutting words, so I can roll a 1d6 and subtract that amount from.
Okay.
Let me see how I do that. Is that spells? That's act. Oh, here we go. Attack, actions, cutting words. 3, 2, 1. Hey, I rolled a 1, but that's all we needed.
Cool. 1 damage to him.
Yep.
All right, we'll go to Thug B. He's gonna charge at 7 probably doesn't hit you.
I
We'll
just
take it.
step to the side as he charges at me. Just nothing.
Super nonchalant, yeah. And it'll be your turn, so you can react.
Okay. I'm going to use my breath weapon, lightning.
Yeah.
It says dexterity 11. So what do I do there?
He saves, so he tries to save, so he's going to give a dexterity saving throw. He fails, so you just roll damage, and he takes full damage.
Okay.
Nice, 5 damage. So you just like step to the side and then exhale on him, and it's kind of weird because it's like a half elf looking dude like exhaling lightning, and it's just like that was a neat trick. Yeah, he just takes it to the face basically. Yeah. Cool.
Just letting a little of my inner dragon out.
Yeah. Got him. These guys are both looking really rough, but we'll go to Blizzak.
All right. I'm gonna swing again at Thug A. My great axe. Try to finish him off for good. It's 13.
That hits.
All right. And then damage 1d12. 12.
Yeah, you catch that crease that you made last time and cleave him through. So he falls over and joins the corpses laying across the floor.
Yes.
Cool. In between, some fighting's been happening between the people upstairs. One of the veterans has the guards is gotten the best of as it's going on. And we'll go back to Dean. Can't hear you.
There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do another gutting bolt at Thug, just Thug now.
Yeah, he's just the thug. One thug.
He's just Thug now. All right, cast that.
Nice.
Okay, 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. Oh, he's dead.
Yep. Yeah.
He's definitely dead.
Guiding bolt rips.
Yeah.
It does. Pretty
Oh
good.
yeah.
All right. So that's going to take us out of initiative for the lower floor. We can give Aldrich his turn, though, in the upper floor before y'all potentially enter.
So, Hunter's Mark is transferable, correct?
Yeah, you can use a bonus action to transfer it. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to turn to the thug immediately to my right. I'm going to use a bonus action to transfer Hunter's Mark. Does the second Vow of Enmity is the one that I can transfer in combat, correct? With no resource cost because I've already spent the channel divinity on it.
I think so. I think that's how it works. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the new rules off the top of my head, but
so I'm not going to cast. Fuck it. I'm going to cast a Hunter's Mark on Thug number 2, burning my second spell slot, or my third spell slot.
No. You can transfer Hunter's Mark for free as long as you maintain
That's what I thought.
concentration.
Okay. So then I'm going to roll for attack with advantage. Okay. Roll a 9.
That misses.
And I do nothing else.
Cool. Okay. So we're in this like weird pause here. I'm actually gonna take out this thug and this guard. They expire. So we've got. Let me see if I can like add the people that matter here. Do these tokens exist yet? Let's see. Yeah. So if are y'all following
Upstairs.
Aldrich
Yep.
up the stairs? Yeah.
Yes.
Chris is already
All
up there.
So okay, so as you get here, basically, to reiterate, what you hear someone trying to kick a door into your south, and then you've got Yala yelling through the open doorway, like the city watch is on their way. Get out of my house, ruffians.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll kind of re-roll initiative for the people who are still here. So I first have to end combat.
Would I just be at the top of the initiative order since I'm already here?
That turn you just took, we're gonna count as
Okay.
your.
All right, so re-roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right, so that's gonna put Chris at the top of the order.
Aldrich has a thug, and what is this veteran? That's like an enemy as well, or who's that?
That's a guard. So the thug is dressed in all black, and the guard is wears a Graalhund insignia.
Oh, Gralhund. And we're not sure yet who is enemy and who is. Well, clearly the thug is enemy, right?
I mean, you broke into the Graalhund's house, and the thugs also broke in and are attacking. So
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't say that there's a clear answer there.
Okay. I'm gonna. And I'm still 3 Chris's still.
You are.
I will go. I want to give my boy Aldrich a chance at an opportunity attack, so I'm gonna go. Actually, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire again. So I'm gonna cast it, and I'm gonna set it up in a way where it hits literally everyone: the thug, veteran, Parabaz, and Yalin Greyhunt. All 4 of them. We have advantage. So go ahead and roll. Dex saving 13 for advantage there, or for.
Okay, the guard will pass. Rabaz will fail.
Okay.
Yala will fail.
13.
I love when you engage people in combat that we're not trying to fight.
The thug fails.
I learned that when I used Fairy Fire on Raynar.
Well, okay. Let me
lit
just
up.
quick reminder of the situation. You're here because
because
the Graalhunds are implicated in this,
Yeah,
right? You're investigating them for
Black
their
Hand.
implication. So
Oh,
exactly,
right. Okay.
Aldrich.
yeah, they're not good people per se, right? So, yeah, cool. All right.
Does anyone need heals, by the way? Are we good? I think we're good, right? All right.
I mean,
Good.
At some point,
a tiny bit of damage, but.
And then
All right.
Chris is just gonna kind of walk over here.
All right. The guard's gonna go to attack the thug. He's gonna hit. Okay, does 6 damage to him. Cool. All right, moving on to Silvar, your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna keeping it simple. Come up to the end here, so I have a line of sight. I want to go to the thug, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Okay. So 16 to hit, and
That'll hit.
3 damage.
Okay. Takes a little bit of damage. We'll move to Aldrich.
All right.
That
20 to
hits.
hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then gonna take 9, 10, perfect, and then a d6 and a d4. So
All
19,
right.
19 points of damage on the thug.
Yeah, you split him in two.
That dude is dead.
He's very dead.
So this time I chop his legs off.
I quietly whisper to Aldrich, glad I could do my part.
Softened up. All right. So at this point, it goes to Habraz's turn, the orc, and he's like, "What's going on here? Who are you?" We're gonna freeze initiative at this point. Are you the guard? The watch?
I step up with certain level of charisma in the situation, and I say, "No, the watch did send us here to assist, though.
Give me a deception
How
check.
can we help?" Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Deal with that. What's his name? Damn it! What's his name?
Sergeant Cromley, Barnabas.
No. Hang on. For some reason that's up in the chapter, even though there's no way you're getting to that room before this part of it. Sorry. Floxen, get him. He's just over there, and he sort of points to the left room.
The left room. Oh, like that Chris is up against?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we do an insight check to trust that he's being honest?
I mean, you can, if you want.
I mean,
He's sort of like giving you an order, like responding to like him believing that you were sent by the watch, right?
Yeah.
So.
And Urstel Floxen is we would recognize that name as the leader of the Zentarum.
He was the Zent agent that was seen fleeing the scene, right?
He took the stone from Dalakar.
And where is he? Is this the guy I was looking for?
South. What do you mean?
Is this the guy that ran down the would my character clock that this is the I burst through that fucking door like a cannonball.
Yeah, we're gonna resume initiative order. I'm gonna take these people out of combat. And then we're gonna resume initiative order. So that would bring the turn to Dian's turn.
Oh, my bad.
No, we're not gonna re-roll. We're gonna Let me add the token. Hang on just a second.
Oh wow, there he is.
In the flesh.
In a small room. I hear fireballs are really good for small rooms.
I've heard that.
Cool. All right. So it'll be Dian's turn.
Let's see. Okay, I am going to roll with advantage to do a. Actually, yeah, I think we're in line of sight, right? Actually, I'm gonna move to the doorway.
Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna see Urstel, and I'm gonna cast a level 2 guiding bolt.
Uh-oh.
I think I can do that, right?
Yeah, you can upcast it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna roll with advantage. Wait, do I still get advantage from before?
He's not very fired.
He's not very fired. He was not part of that. So.
No, I meant I had done a guiding bolt on my last guy.
No, it's the next target of the next person who targets that guy. It has advantage. It shines around him. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm gonna roll.
Oh. No, fuck.
Wait.
Wait, a 10 maybe?
Perhaps.
Roll?
10?
No, it does not hit.
Does that burn a spell slot?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Thanks. All right. Well, then that's it.
Cool. We'll move to Blizzak.
All right. I'm gonna try and throw one of my hand axes at him and fox
Okay.
him. All right. 16.
Hits.
Yes. All right. 1, 2, what I get 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. All right, that's 2 of you standing in the doorway, chucking weapons at him. I'm not gonna let anybody else stand in the doorway and try and throw weapons in. Like that's where we are. So go in and engage or not, unless you move away. You can move away, I guess. But yeah. All right. So what do you do? Anything else for your turn? You're gonna stand in the doorway.
Go engage him.
He can't. He just
I'll
attacked.
go. Oh wait, yeah, I can't walk in there, can I?
You have movement. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? I'm not raging anymore, though, right?
No, you wouldn't be raging currently.
Okay. Well, I'll go to the side of the room. Over there.
Okay. Cool. Got it. Awesome. We'll move on to Chris.
Okay. Chris is going to stand back, like behind the doorway, and hit him with a vicious mockery, which is a Wisdom save 13. And if that hits, then he has disadvantage on the next turn. Here we go.
Fails. Takes 3
Okay,
damage.
so he has disadvantage now, and then he also gets a little sprinkle of a 3 hit.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
Actually, I'll do one thing for flavor. As Aldrich just sprints through the door, because that's what he did, right? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm done.
Okay, cool. We'll go to Silver.
Okay, I know Aldrich is about to sprint, so I just kind of, come over here, have an angle on him, and then I cast Chromatic Orb, first level. So hits. +4, I miss.
Mm-hmm.
Good old fashioned master roll in fashion.
There's our boy.
No.
There he is. There he
You'll
is.
have an 8 very soon. That'll change your attack rolls significantly, I promise. Cool. We miss. So we'll move to Aldrich.
Yeah. So at hearing the name Erstelfloxen, it takes me right back to being in the alley, seeing all those people dead and chasing him down to the carpenter's shop. You just you see, you guys are all taking your turns, and as soon as your turns conclude, Aldrich bolts through, probably knocks D into the ground, to be frank. You swear as he runs by, you see his eyes white like they were in the carpenter's shop. And as he's running through the doorway, he's already lifting his greatsword, planning to bring it down on the first thing that he sees once he breaches into the room. We're gonna do one of these. It's an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah, hits.
Yes.
And we're gonna take the 12 damage.
10 damage, right?
No, I rolled it twice because of Savage Attacker.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, 12 damage. Cool.
+5, so 17 damage.
Yeah. And the 5's from Hunter's Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So that was your bonus action, was transferring Hunter's Mark to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. He's going to go to attack you back.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Because Chris made fun of his stupid haircut, his stupid hat. He does look like he has a stupid hat. So
yeah, his first attack will be an 11 to hit, which almost definitely doesn't hit
My
you.
AC is 16.
The second one will be also poor to hit. He's actually going to attempt to run by you. So he's going to run out this way. This is It's a bold move on his part, but he's going to take opportunity attacks from all 5 of you. You can make a
Yay!
yeah.
Is it just
can
an
make-
attack? Like
Can
melee
we all
attack.
roll individually, just so that the chat doesn't get blown up?
Yeah. So your melee weapon attack is what you've got. You don't get advantage on that roll.
Where?
I don't know why you would get advantage on that roll.
Why would I
No.
not if he's hunter marked, or if he's vow of enmity?
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, all right. Sorry. 15 to hit does hit.
And then, do I still savage attacker roll damage twice,
No, because that's like
or is that's
on your
only on like
turn.
intentional attacks?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I would roll damage
Opportunity.
once, and then I would roll a d6 and a d4 for hunter's mark and divine favor.
Sure.
Okay.
You're just gonna destroy this dude on the way out.
So 18 points of damage from me.
What am I rolling right now?
Your best melee attack roll.
Oh, it's unarmed.
No,
you
you're armed,
can hit him
aren't
with
you?
your axe.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I rolled a 3, so I don't think I hit.
You missed. Yeah. D and Chris and
Nice.
Silvar probably don't have much in the way of equipped melee weapons, but
I have a
Oh, I have-
dagger. Go ahead.
Is breath weapon considered a melee weapon?
you can't use that as an opportunity attack. So yeah,
Can I
you
use
got
my
it.
I do have a dagger.
What am I?
Mhm.
Shalog?
You haven't casted Chalet, so you haven't casted it with a bonus action, but you could use it otherwise. Yeah.
I'll go dagger. So 3, 2, 1 on dagger. Oh, never mind. Doesn't
God
hit.
damn, guys.
We're not melee.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
Okay,
casting.
I am.
I'll use my dagger.
Okay.
I use my dagger attack.
Mhm.
So 13 to hit.
Misses. What you got for us, Dean?
Do I have a melee attack?
Just go unarmed.
You
attack
can
if
you can
don't.
punch him.
Where's the unarmed attack one? Where's that up?
It's
Just roll a D20
You can punch
and
him.
add your strength.
D20. Okay.
Add your strength and your proficiency.
Oh. That was a D20.
Punch him right
Negative.
in the-
Yep,
Negative.
yep.
All right. So he's a rogue, so he's going to use his bonus action to dash, and he's going to get down the stairs.
Oh my,
Damn.
no bastard.
And we will go to Dean.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so dash. I could dash and then do a spell after that. No.
No, you can use your regular movement though.
Oh, true. How far can you move in one turn?
What's your walking speed?
Oops, sorry. Didn't do that.
Where would you see that?
It's on your character sheet towards the top middle. Probably 30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet. 30 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
so you're right behind him then.
Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
behind him.
The arrows
can-
line up.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
here.
All right.
Or, I mean, you don't have to go that far down the stairs either.
Yes, sure.
You
Yeah,
can-
I'll take a couple steps back.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a guiding bolt on him.
Yeah, okay.
17
That
to
hits.
hit.
I don't think you can not kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit him in the back.
Oh, yeah.
He falls face first on the floor here, dead.
Yeah.
Wow. You did it. Good job, boy.
Got him.
What a shot.
All right, cool. So we're gonna break initiative for now, at least. Break combat, and
So ominous for now.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what you guys are gonna do. You're loose cannons. But Rabaz walks out and he's just
Fairy fire on allies.
he's just like, you should be commended. You should be commended for the save. You can leave now. We'll make sure that the City Watch gets account of your rescue.
So they're upstairs right now, and I'm downstairs.
Yeah. You're not hearing that conversation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You might hear like a muffled sort of talking to, that they're getting, but yeah.
Chris?
Can I search his body while they don't see me?
Sure.
While he's searching, I'm going to step to Yala Growlhund. Or was Orond in the room?
He's in the other room. You don't necessarily know that.
Okay.
Barricaded. Yeah.
Got it. So
he might come out at some point. I don't know.
I'm gonna step over here to Rabaz and Yala, and I'm going to mention the intel that we got from Renar, but not disclose where we got it from, and say, the City Watch questioned you all about Urstul Floxen being seen entering your villa, and you were told you knew nothing about it, and the City Watch was told to drop it. I demand answers. And I am going to command. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna do command. I'm just gonna wait and see what they say.
And she's just like, she's like clearly taken aback, and she's like, he was clearly assaulting our home.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's plausible deniability as far as I'm concerned.
Also, I searched him. Did I find him?
He's got He's got 2 short swords, some weapon poison, and a flask of, or a lesser healing potion on him.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a response. He was clearly assaulting our home. What do you mean?
I'm gonna retort. He wasn't assaulting your home. He was locked in a room. Like he was not a part of the conflict happening in this room that we're in right now. He was in a separate room. So I don't believe you.
Orand walks out and he's just like, he was after me, young man. Now watch who you're speaking to. That's my wife.
I'm starting to get a little squirrely. So Aldrich turns to Orond and says, I'll speak to whomever I please, however I please, in the name of justice.
Chris is like really tightening his grip on his dagger right next to Orand.
Don't get me wrong, sir. We appreciate the save, and we'll make sure you're well compensated through the watch. But you're in my house, and I suggest you learn, or I suggest you watch your manner while you speak to a noble of Waterdeep.
Well, Lord Growlhund, 2 constables questioned you about Urstul Floxen entering your property, and you said nothing was wrong. And then we come here and find that not only is he in his home, but Zents are in your house attacking your guards. So
exactly, we're the victims here.
I repeat, there was a period of time between when this information reached my ears and when we got here. He's been here at least once over the past several days, and I demand answers for why he was here.
I owe you no such answers. I think it's very clear that they were raiding our home, and we're the victims here.
Okay.
Now let's not turn this well wishing into a condemnation, as I need to kick you out of my home.
At being threatened to be kicked out, I let him know in a really not respectful tone that we are the only reason that he and his wife are even alive at this point.
I'll take that chance.
I step up. My friends. We got here at the right time and saved you. We just demand a little information. And there's no need to compensate us through the watch if you just tell us what we're looking for.
We have no We have no association with that man.
And then I'm
why
gonna
was he
just
here?
I'm gonna pop off, and I'm cutting in. And this is like really uncharacteristic, but we just chopped him down, and I'm getting fired up. And so he says we had no association with that man, and Aldrich, like, who is stewing, just pipes up and is like, "But you know where the stone is."
Yeah, I mean, give me an insight check. Yeah, give me an insight check.
13.
Just Aldrich. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like there's definitely some like gears turning in his head, and he's like, you aren't City Watch, and just as he says that, you hear like the sort of familiar noises of an approaching group of watchmen coming to investigate what's going on.
I'm gonna run back upstairs.
I'm like at this point pacing full Anakin style, like coming unglued. We hear stuff coming, or we hear the City Watch approaching. I'm needing a party member to kind of step in and help me figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Because as a refresher, we came here on intel that Ursula Floxen was in the villa, and we came here specifically to recover the stone because taking any other route meant that we weren't going to have a chance to intercept it. So we have a strong reason to believe, on the intel that Raynar gave us, that it's in this villa.
Yeah. Okay, so then Chris approaches Aldrich and says, "My friend, there's a more calculated way for us to do this." And then Chris slowly turns to Ormond and slowly just puts his hands on his shoulders, like a friend, and he casts suggestion, which is Jedi mind trick. And in less than 25 words, whatever, as long as he doesn't pass this wisdom check, he does exactly what we ask. And I'm gonna say in a whisper, like not in a big grandiose way where his wife or the whatever says, Chris says, "We are friends. Take us to the stone." And for the next 8 hours, be honest when answering to us and us only.
Make sure to make sure to specifically say the Stone of Galore.
The Stone of Galore. Take us.
Here's a rock.
Take us to the Stone of Galore. Show us where the Stone of Galore is. And for the next 8 hours.
What's the save on that? Which save?
It's 13.
Which 13. Which save? Which throw?
It's a wisdom save.
Let's see what he rolls.
Come on, Frank, please.
Come on. Oh, fuck, dude.
He's just like, it's a crime to assault a noble of Waterdeep.
Okay. I try.
Rabaz steps forward and is just like, I believe the watch is here. I suggest you leave.
Chris says, now, it failed. Like, we are not going anywhere.
We are settled in this one.
If you're caught in this noodle's house, you're in big fucking trouble. But,
yeah, that is true. That is true.
You hear...
How up against the wall are we to figure this out before the watch actually gets in this area?
You might peek the front gate.
Oh boy.
Okay. I mean, I have +4 persuasion. Perhaps I could try to goad him into agreeing what Chris just suggested.
I mean, you can, but like let's acknowledge the situation here, right? So this man is in all perception like justified in acting this way. Like, you're in his home, right? And now you've revealed that you had ulterior motives for entering his home, right? You've then tried to charm him and failed.
Yeah.
On top of that, the guard is here, and he is like, if he's the bad guy, like if he knows where the stone is, then like why would he be persuaded into telling you what it is, right? Like where it is, you know? Like he has full intention of keeping it if he has it, right? So it's like like this is the situation you're in. Like he has like nothing but like a tactical advantage. Now if you were to like try and fight him, like that's a different story, but you're bringing in like all kinds of other risk. But
wait,
like this is kind of a read the room situation, right?
Can the City Watch get in without anybody letting them in? Because it's an arcane gate.
Like theoretically, like not, no, but
all right,
okay,
let's roll initiative, boys.
So here's what we do, Chris. Before we roll initiative, Chris grabs old Orman and the same dagger that he used.
Oh shit!
Puts it up to his throat and says,
"All right, so this campaign's just going to end with you in prison, then, huh? Is that where we are?
How are they going to catch us? Can't we go out the back door?
They have Griffin riders. They can surround the place. Like what?
This is like
I think we take the L on this one.
I feel.
Yeah, we might have to run away, guys.
Silvar feels the intensity of the storm brewing in a metaphorical and physical sense outside, and he's starting to feel uneasy because he knows we want this stone, but he knows if we go with the aggressive way to get it, it's going to result in an even bigger fight with the people right outside the gates. We've tried everything we can to talk these people into doing it and only pissed them off even more. The fact that they're willing to let us go because we saved them up to this point, fellas, I think it might be best if we just get out of here and go out the back door before things get worse than they already are.
Aldrich grunts and resheaths the greatsword and just goes down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna follow. Let's go out the back door.
All right. You're able to escape into the back door in the street. As you scurry down the alleyway, you do notice a surrounding cadre of Griffin riders approach the escape as the watch closes in on creating a perimeter.
Let's go home.
Oh man, but they know us now.
Yeah, but you know,
they know that we were sent by the watch.
But
they don't know who we are.
Well, I'm pretty sure they think they're pretty sure that you were after the stone. Is going on now.
They figured it out in the end. I don't think we ever said any names.
Chris is reluctant to go. Like he goes with the team because it's the best play, but he's like kind of the last one out, and he makes it a point. Chris is making it a point on his way down to study every door, every room, so that if we
all right. How long are you doing that for, though? Like, how long are you spending doing that?
Like, I don't know. Probably, it's in a flash. It's maybe like 10, 15 seconds.
Because I was going to say, like, they're closing in on you, right? So
no, 10, 15 seconds. I'm just being very intentional to study every door, every lock, so that when we come back, we're prepared and ready to get the stone.
Okay. Cool. All right. So the night passes. Come morning, you're greeted by a knock at your door. And on your porch stands Sergeant Cromley and Barnabas Blastwin, insisting on being let in.
Okay.
Come in, gentlemen.
All right, let him in. Let him in.
We took a long rest, by the way, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you get a long rest. Yeah. Cool. So Cromley leads off. Gentlemen, we came by to follow up on our investigation into the alleyway or the fireball incident. Hope you could answer some additional questions. What were you doing last night? Where were you?
Sergeant Cromley, do you have a
I
warrant?
say
I'm just here asking questions.
Where were you last night?
I was following up on my investigation, disturbing and responding to some disturbing happenings amongst the noble families in our district.
And me and my friends were seeking the peace and well-being of Waterdeep.
Yeah, give me a deception check. Or
I'm not being
persuasion,
deceptive
I
at all.
guess.
I'm being earnest.
Yeah, he is. That is accurate.
But I roll a 16 on the lie.
All right. Were you in any way involved in the happenings that occurred surrounding the Gralland estate?
We were in no way involved in any attack on the Gralhund estate.
How did you know there was an attack?
Fuck!
Oldest trick in the book.
Hi, Aldrich.
All right, we're gonna redo that.
Rumor.
I know. No, listen.
We were
Word
drinking
gets around.
like every night.
Word gets around.
You just made me spill my water. We were drinking. Hold
The
on,
city
don't
ain't
say
that
anything. I
big.
need to go get my towel.
I'm sorry.
Got him.
I already pulled Law and Order SVU 2002 on him right there. All right.
Damn.
We were drinking.
Yeah.
Tricky.
What were you saying, Silvar?
I say we know it's
Word
not
gets
that
around.
big a town. Word gets around. We know that there was an attack at the estate last night.
That's very suspicious. You seem to be very well plugged into the goings on. We've just come from wrapping up our investigation of the villa ourselves.
Yeah, but how long were you investigating?
That's classified.
Okay,
We
well, I
don't
mean,
we
you
don't
know,
give details of our investigations.
it's the
Besides the
morning.
fact that we just came from it.
It's the morning. It's been a full night since the happening there. Word gets around before your investigation's over. I don't
I
know
see.
details. I just know that something happened up there and that somebody got attacked. That's all I know.
And Aldrich
That's all.
now
That's all
has
Chris knows. That's all Aldrich knows.
Aldrich has regained his voice after realizing his near fatal faux pas and attempts to really assure Sergeant Cromley that as the moral spine of the group, there will never be a decision that we make that directly contradicts the spirit of the City Watch's mission to protect Waterdeep. So
Chris
I'm
rolls his
like
eyes.
really trying to do some mental gymnastics to being like,
Yeah.
we're going to get involved in whatever the fuck we want, but we're not going to break any rules to the degree that the damage that we do is outweighed by the good that it causes.
Yeah. And he's just like,
Okay.
yeah, he's like, listen, I have to enforce the law, and I told you to stay out of this investigation. We seek justice for the people who died in that incident the other night, and I can't be having civilians getting involved. If you want to go adventuring, then take it outside the city, right? And stay out of our nobles' homes.
Well, and I say
And we
you don't
caught-
have to worry about that because even though we know what kind of a vague idea of what happened last night, we were here when it happened.
I'll choose to believe that. The bottom line is had we caught you in the Gralhund estate last night, I would have no other choice but to bring you in. And had you harmed one of them, that is an offense punishable by death, and my hands would have been tied in dealing with that. So while you care for the people of the city, There are protocols we must follow. Yeah.
Is it appropriate to call a sidebar with the rest of the party really quick? And like, would Cromley react negatively to us like chatting really quick?
Yeah, like absolutely he would.
Okay.
Like absolutely he would.
Okay.
1 second.
Like, sure.
Then,
All
then
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Paladin road here and let him know, like, Sergeant Cromley, we've received information that seems to indicate that Lord Gralhund was involved in the attack on Trollskull Alley. Like this attack on his home, whatever you're talking about that happened, was a result of the 11 lives that were lost right outside our front door. And justice will never be enough when there's retribution.
Look, I appreciate your principles, but like I'm trying to do a job here, and disrupting the nobles harms everyone. So like I don't know what you want me to do. Like, like this is what I'm here for.
The nobles are getting innocent civilians killed. This isn't about disrupting the balance.
Chris is kind of pulling Aldrich back and says, "Sir, because Aldrich is basically giving the trade secrets here to the City Watch, and guys, we had a really long night. This guy was going crazy on the keg. He doesn't really know what he's talking about. Well, we're gonna make sure. Well, again, we weren't at the villa last night. We understand exactly what you're saying. We bid you both adieu. Thank you so much for checking up on us, and have a wonderful, friendly neighborhood day."
And the Barnabas steps forward and he's like, "Why are you so sure that the Gralhunds were involved in this attack?"
Because Erstofloxen was seen entering the villa.
Erstofloxen was found dead in the villa. He doesn't appear to be a friend of theirs. We've connected him with the Zentarum.
Okay.
Chris is just kind of out of the side of his mouth, like kind of whispering into Aldrich, saying, like, the more you talk, the more we're getting in trouble. That's my job. Let's let these guys go so we can figure out what to do as a family, as a team. This group and this group only. No City Watch.
I'm just like imagining him talking out of the side of his
Yeah.
Just saying a ton, just like a whole
that was
paragraph. Hey,
or maybe I'm like, yeah, like I'm kind of like turning around and saying
He's saying it with his eyes.
Saying it with my eyes,
Yeah.
like.
Cromley turns around. Like, Cromley turns to leave and he says, "Look, I said it before and I meant it that time. Stay out of this investigation." And he slams the door behind him on his way out. On his way out.
Well, that could have gone poorly. I don't think they suspect a thing.
That's where we'll wrap up like the story part, but I'll give you all a chance to talk things out.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. This is the part where Chris says, "Yeah, this is a great way to end it too." It's like, okay, team, this is not something that we can leave to the city guard to figure out. We need to take matters into our own hands. And he pulls out of his sock the necklace of fireballs and says, at dawn at dusk we attack again. And this time we come for we get the stone of Golor. No City Watch, just the Pride of Bixby.
So hold on. Let's
time out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
remember. This, you're the only one that knows you have this, right?
Correct.
Until
None of you
you,
roll
guys
roll
know.
this back.
all right, so
Roll-
we're all shocked.
Hold on,
We're all
hold on,
shocked.
hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. So let's do let's do this
Aldrich's
turn by
fears.
turn style.
Yeah.
So you say the City Watch isn't going to handle this on their own. We need to take matters into their own hand. And
Yeah.
at this point, Aldrich explodes again,
Mhm.
and says, "We took matters into our own hands last night, and all we did was blow our cover. Now the Graalhuns know that we're onto them, and the City Watch is going to be watching us like with eagle's eyes. I don't know what else we can do. Evil seems to be winning at every pass. People are dying as a result of the decisions that are being made, and we're trying to intervene and do the right thing, and we're having our authority and our legs cut out from under us. And the City Watch, even though I trusted them to be competent, appear to be protecting the nobles. I don't know what else we can do." And I'm like escalating. The voice is getting louder as I'm speaking. You can tell that all I want to do is avenge these 11 people that were killed senselessly for no reason.
And I say, we just keep doing the right thing.
Mhm.
Now, if you want to pull out that
Okay, here we go. I keep doing the right thing. Well, I have just the thing that can help us do the right thing. And I pull out the necklace. And
Cliffhanger.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say just one little like monologue, like as I pull it out.
Mhm.
The child who lost his friends gave me this for a reason. In my hands, it became something else, a promise to avenge his lost friends. I've known a similar pain as a child. What it's like to see something so important to you lost in a moment, with no one giving a second thought to help. I refuse to allow that child to suffer that same fate. This is my oath. It should be ours. Let's go get the stone.
you're putting my brain in a blender, brother.
All right. Before we go ruthlessly murder the Growlhunds, I just want to put one thing into perspective. What's one thing we didn't find in the villa?
The stone.
Well, yeah, but like what other like factor of this?
The lead. The Nimrite.
The Nimblewright, right? So
Yeah.
there's like that loose end out there. Who do we actually know to have potentially had the stone? Well, Floxen, right? So,
Yeah.
but that's kind of that's our loose end.
Well,
right?
Dalekar had it before Floxen. Floxen picked it up. Floxen picked it off his body.
Right.
But thinking outside the game here, Floxen went to the villa seemingly with the stone, so that the assumption has to be that he was delivering it to the Growlhuns.
Yeah.
And so, what went wrong at the villa that he delivered the stone to the Growlhuns, which was the desired outcome, and then things went haywire?
Still showed up. Mm-hmm.
We may never know. But we will try and find out at level 4 next week. Next time.
Level 4.
Yeah, that's some fun stuff. Yeah, we'll pick it up next week. Or next 2
week?
weeks.
Wait, can we do next week?
2 weeks.
What's everyone's schedule look like?
I can't.